Alright, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. It's been a while. The last time we were trying to figure out what the hell's going on with those Alamigo bandits. And we're trying to investigate in Little Alamigo, right? Which is right here. But we're getting some cold shoulders, so nobody wants to talk to us. We need to do something fancy for them, I think. We need to cozy up to them before they talk to us. So let's go get that going. But also, I wanted to talk a little bit about cars, because I've been watching a lot of videos on people spending outrageous amount of money on cars, which is a bit insane. People spending $1,500 to $2,000 a month on car payment. So the plan is we'll talk a little bit about cars. I want to talk a little bit about my car buying experience and my history with cars. And then I have a few tips I want to give to people who are looking to buy cars, I hope. And, you know, it is something I really like to talk about and I'm very, very interested in. So, 18 Manhunt. Well, my adventurer, I'm Ghostbird, head of security here at Little Alamigo. I hear tell that you had business with Gumbo. Knowing the bristly old beer, I don't doubt he told you to bugger off. he did. Owing to their hardships, the refugees don't trust anyone but themselves. Not even my men and I can get so much as a word of thanks out of them, despite watching the place day and night. But thanks or no, I try to help my fellow men where I can, and you seem a decent sort. If you tell me what brought you here, might be as I can lend a hand. On the trail of a masked villain, you say? Can't say that sounds familiar, but I have men on the lookout for Amalja to the south of here. If there's been any suspicious activity, they're like to have seen it. I had a mind to take them each a cup of sweet thanalan tea, so as to lift their spirits. If you were to run this little errand in my stead, they'd be all the more willing to tell you what they know. Okay, that seems like worth it. So I've been watching a lot of TikTok videos, I guess, compilations of these videos where people are talking about how much money they're spending on buying cars. And I had a pretty good experience buying cars, I think. Oh, that's the wrong way. So my parents drilled into my head since I was a kid not to buy a car unless you absolutely have to. Now, in this day and age, you probably need a car to get around. But in my story, so that you can know where I come from, may help to figure out what is going on with my car buying experience and where I'm coming from. I didn't buy my first car until I was 30. Alright, let's get you some tea. Leave me alone. Have a tea. You'll be much more happier. Wow, and you're considerate. My thanks, friend. Was that a masked villain hiding among the refugees? Like as not. My compatriots as live here go about as thought they're dead on their feet. It's nearly impossible to tell what's on their mind, for all I know they're all up to no good. Alright, you're not very helpful. And my first car, I think, was like an old car that my dad drove. And we spent like $1,000 fixing it up. And I drove that for like 2 years. You there? Are you an Amalja? No, I'm not. Here, have a tea. Ah, this sophisticated aroma. It's been forever since I had a drop of sweet thanalan. I'm going to enjoy this. Okay. What? A masked man? Don't know, don't care. Unless he's got dark, scaly skin, stands 10 forms tall, and has the face of a lizard, then I don't give a shit. Oh, I don't give a mama's fart. Okay. He seems in a nice sort, huh? Alright, the last one. So the first car I bought, oh, okay, there he is, was a 2019 Kia Stinger GT. Shoo, don't bother me. If I'm out just overrun as I'm blaming you. Have a tea. For me? You shouldn't have. Sorry, a suspicious masked man? As a matter of fact, I caught a glimpse of someone fitting that description during patrol. Wow, I couldn't quite make out whether it was a man or not, but with the mask and the robe, you know. But assuming it was a he was talking to some Alamigans. I assume he was one of them. Well, yes, but which Alamigans? That was the question. Alright. Well, you know, you get what you get, right? So I got that car in 2019, which was before all of the car prices exploded, and I got a really good deal on it too. I think I was paying around MSRP, maybe a little bit lower. Is this the right way to go? Yes. But I did get a really good price, good interest rate on the loan. I was getting 0.99%, which is absolutely insane. It's lower than the inflation. So it was really great. I was paying around $700 or so, $720, $730 a month. That's Canadian dollars, so I don't know, it's like 500-ish US, maybe a little bit less. So it wasn't too bad, and the loan interest was so low. I wasn't in a hurry to repay it. Ah, you're back. So did my lookout have it out to share with you? Oh, that doesn't sound like much to go by. But if you were to get any further in your investigation, seems to me you need to cooperate with the Alamegans. For this, you need to win their trust, and that won't be an easy task. What should we get? Oh, we get a bandana. Should we get a bandana or the money? I guess we'll get bandana because it's a little bit better than what I have, right? So just grab that. Heyo, what do we say? Just wanted to offer you advice regarding investigation. So we're determined to press on with the investigation, huh? Then I have some advice to offer. Very well. As I said before, you won't get far without Alamegan's trust, and the best way to win that trust is to get a compatriot of theirs, someone they respect, to vouch for you. Coin does the talking in Oda, but the Alamegans are bound by something far stronger, if not as tangible, a common purpose. That purpose is, of course, the liberation of their home from the Garleans. Gundabald being Gundabald belongs to the Alamegan resistance, so your best bet will be someone who's part of the same crew. If you know any well-connected people, you might want to start by asking them. Do we know anybody who's connected to the Alamegans? Minfilia? Does she know anything about it? Alright. Foot in the door, is that right? Okay, yeah, so I guess we'll just teleport back. Yeah, so it was really good interest rate, and I was not in a hurry to pay it back. But then after my daughter was born and my in-laws are here, we needed a bigger car. It was really hard to drive 5 people in a 5-person car with the car seat and all. So we ended up buying in 2023 a 2024 Highlander, Grand Highlander rather. And that one, at the time, when I looked it up, the interest rate was at 8%, and that was used too. It was like slightly used, it was like 2,000 to 3,000 kilometers when the time I bought it. Am I going the right way? Yes. So I think I paid $71,000 all in with tax and everything. And we paid cash for it. And that's really the best way to buy a car, is you pay cash for it. Whatever it is you can afford, pay cash for it. Don't try to stretch your budget to get something that's more expensive and do payments if you can help it. And that is really the most important thing. And I think with car buying tip is that I'm sure if you look it up, you've heard of the 24-10 rule, right? Where you're doing 20% down, no longer than 4 years, and no more than 10% of your gross income. So for example, if you want to buy a car, so how much money can you afford, right? Whatever you can put down for 20%, and no longer than 48 months for the loan, and it should not exceed 10% of your monthly gross income. So say for example, you're making $5,000 a month gross, and you should not be paying more than $500 a month for the car, regardless of how much the car was. And again, these days it's going to be really hard to keep that number, you know, especially with car prices, especially new car prices going through the roof. So I don't know if it's a hard and fast rule, but I think it's more as a piece of information to consider, where you don't want to have the long term too long. So keep it under 4 years, 5 years maximum. And you don't want to be paying nothing down, because that'll ruin your payment. And the reason why that is bad is because if you get any loan, you're paying the interest first. The more you get on your loan, the more interest you will pay before you actually pay down any principals. Welcome back, Verona. How fared the investigation? It wasn't that great, dude. I see. Given all that they have suffered, it is of little wonder the Alamigan refugees have lost faith in their fellow men. But they have had their homeland taken from them, and for the past 2 decades they have had to see it remain in enemy clutches. To compound matters, none of the 3 city-states have the means to take all those who were displaced. As a result, a great many Alamigans now live on the margins of society, suffering poverty and discrimination. Would that more could be done to ease their hardship? I fear that nothing short of reclaiming their homeland will be a lasting solution. But let us deal with one problem at a time. Returning to the matter of the investigation, it just so happens there is an Alamigan native among the Scions. I should be pleased to introduce him to you. Very well. Ooh, look at these pants. Oh, these are not even my pants. I can't even wear those. Huh. Alright, I'll take the money then. Alright, who is it? That's the Scion. Your Alanigan comrade is named Haribert. Haribert? Is that right? He joined our cause in the hope that he might find a way to liberate his homeland. While he spares no effort towards the endeavor, I have no doubt he will be glad to assist you. If I recall correctly, Haribert is currently between missions. Try looking for him in the storage area. Why do you keep him in the storage area? Shouldn't he be in the bunks or something? Is he like in the boxes? So yeah, in terms of car loan, you don't want to exceed try to keep it as low as possible, right? It's really simple. But the other thing is, it's easy to explode your expectations when it comes to cars, and it's like, oh yeah, let me just put an option here, option there. Make sure you make a list. Oh dude, his hair. It's like that character in, what is that cartoon? Oh my goodness. Anyway, Haribert, how are you? If it isn't for Anaphobia, the Scion's rising star. Is there out I can do for you? A little bit, yeah. You wish to win the trust of people of Little Alamigo. Oof, that is a daunting task, my friend. Even for our own countrymen. I would like nothing more to help, but I'm afraid my name no longer carries weight within that lot. I used to be a member of the Alamigan resistance, you see, but I left in favor of joining the Scions. Though my allegiance may have shifted, my purpose remained ever the same, the liberation of Alamigo. Yet, whatever my reasons were, I abandoned my comrades, and they'll have nothing to do with me. Now, while I may have no more friends in the resistance, I know someone who does. Her name is Albreda, and she is a resident of Quarry Mill. Say my name when you meet her, and she won't lead you astray. Oh, perfect. Lead you astray, right? Cool. Nice, let's go. And I think when you look at cars, make a list. You know, it's like going to groceries. When you go to the supermarket, you want to make sure you have a list of all the things to buy. It's good to make a list of what it is that you're looking for in a car. And I think when I was looking for my Stinger GT, at the time I didn't really care to carry more people because we had another car. So I was thinking, okay, I want something fun. I want not too expensive. I want interior lights, and I think those were the 3 most important things I had, and that's fairly reliable if possible. Where's Quarry Mine? So I ended up narrowing it down to a Stinger GT, and as I walk in, I'm like, okay, here's what I want. I did not want to talk to them at all about what they can sell me or do anything else for me. And I also told them, like, okay, here's the thing. I want tints. I don't want to pay for it. I want to negotiate all that stuff. So if you have a list of stuff that you're really looking for, and you've done your research on how much some of these things cost, and it's not really that hard work. So you can just look up online now how much these things may cost. And I'm pretty sure plenty of people have made videos about it too. And as long as you come in prepared, the salespeople will not make it too hard for you, because they can see, okay, you've done your research, and don't budge. Whatever they say, don't budge. Hey, you want me to introduce you to the resistance? What the hell would I want to do that? Give me one reason. Whatever the hell his name was. Haribert sent you? Ugh, that worthless horse. He abandoned his comrade, his women, and now he has the gall to ask me for favor. Something incredible. I realized Harryberg was only doing what he felt was right. He's a good man, and if he trusts you, then that's all I need to know. You see that bloke over there? That's Mifrid, a captain of the resistance. I hope he can give you what you need. Oh, thank you. He doesn't look like a captain, but hey. Mary for need help tending to a wounded brother. Oh, did we get a cutscene? Fancy. I'm Mefford, a proud man of Alamigan resistance. What business do you have with me, adventurer? Captain, it's Gideon, sir. He's wounded, gotten a festering, and he's burning up. I don't think he's got much time. Infections, dude. God damn! I asked the villagers for it on my knees, but they refused to lift a finger. If Galen dies, his blood is on their hands. These Corman Craven would turn a blind eye to our plight, but they might listen to Albreda. I fear my anger will prevent me from rightly convincing anyone at this moment. I realize we scarce know each other, but this is a matter of life and death, so please, adventurer, go to her and try. Okay, alright, I can help. That's what I do, dude. I mean, I don't need to save the world or anything. I got random soldiers to save, why not? Breda, what you got to say? One of Memphis' bad shapes, you say? I'm sorry, there's naught I can do. I want to help, surely I do. They're my countrymen after all, but they've been going against the elemental's will. I've been a crime long enough to know right terrible things the beings can be. I couldn't forgive myself if everyone gets banished because of me. If there's anyone who can help you, it'd be Charlene, the Hamlet's resident hearer. Hearer? What does she hear? Or he? If you take the matter to her, maybe she'll listen. I wouldn't get my hopes up. Alright. Didn't I do some stuff for them? I feel like I've done some work for these guys, huh? You wish to aid Alamigan? You possess a kind heart, adventurer, but I'm afraid I have not the authority to grant you your wish. This authority belongs only to the elementals, eternal guardians of the 12 wood. All outsiders, be they babes at the breast of men grown, are judged of a night whether they may have place beneath the bows. What does that mean? Alas, the Lemigan's petition has been denied. Harsh though it may be, they do not have leave to receive the wood's bounty. Ever has it been since time immemorial, and ever shall it be. Really? I wonder, do we not have some penicillin or something for them? It's an infection, obviously. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. That's how it to be then. The bloody hero might as well have killed Gillian herself. Spit on the elemental, spit on the bloody will. I cannot wait until the resistance is free of this place. But, isn't there something else we can do? There's gotta be another way. There's gotta be another way. I led my men to Quarry Mill hoping to find refuge. Instead, we found indifference. The cold-blooded bastard want us out, and I can't oblige them soon enough. The problem is, some of mine aren't fit to trouble. Hell, Gillian can't even stand. As you well know, the people of this accursed hamlet won't help us, so I have no choice but to turn to you, adventurer. In my homeland, long antelope horn is a traditional remedy with poison purging properties. That's some poison purging properties. That's some alliteration right there. If you could bring me, say, 4 horns, I'd be forever in your debt. Okay, alright, let's get you 4 horns. But, how far do I have to go for this stuff? Okay, not too far. That's not too bad. And remember, these salespeople, they're not your friend. In fact, if anything, they're working against you. You know the tactic that they do when they go like, oh yeah, let me talk to the manager. Let me fight for you for this deal. No, they don't fight for jack shit. They walk into the office, they sit, and they say, oh, okay, well, here's what I'm doing. Okay, cool. Have a couple minutes, chill out, do whatever it is that you want to do. And then they come back and like, oh, man. I was like, oh, boy. I had to fight my manager for that shit. Like, he or she was not pleased, dude. It's like, they're saying, like, we're losing so much money on this shit, and they're not happy about this. But, you know, it's like, oh, he seems like a good guy. I was telling them, like, how nice you were and all that crap. You hear that, you know he's fucking lying. Whoever it is, she, he, whatever. They're not fucking, they're terrible. So, you know, don't even do that. And the other thing is, if they know that you want the car, they'll try to sell you a lot more stuff. I remember we put an order in for QX60 back in, I want to say 2022. And we had to wait 6 months before the car showed up. And of course, you would agree on a price before you buy the car, right? Before you put down a deposit. So we agreed, I think it was like $700-ish a month in payment. I can't remember what the price was. And also, when you negotiate, do not negotiate payment. Negotiate the full price. Whenever they say, oh, we'll reduce this much on the payment, so now you only pay like $400 a month or whatever, don't do that. Only negotiate on a full price and then work out how much it's going to be per month. Because otherwise they add in things, or they make the, like, you're still paying the same price, but they've just made the terms longer, and it appears like you're paying less, but you really aren't. You know? So that's one tactic that we do. Do not ever negotiate anything else other than the full out-of-the-door price for the car. Tax included, and the fees included, all of that stuff. You just ask them, okay, how much is it going to be for me to walk out the door with this car? Full payment. I don't care what the monthly is. I don't care what the maintenance packages are. And you look at the stuff, they'll give you a list of all of the stuff that you need to pay for, all of the itemized invoice. Look at it, see what's written on it, ask them every single one. They have like admin fees, filing fees, with destination charges, this fees, dealership fees, and all that crap. Ask them about it. Do not be afraid. Ah, you're back. Tell me you've got the 4 horns with you. I do have the horns. There you go, you horny person. You're a godsend adventurer. Praise Rhaegar. There's at least one woman in this place who gives a damn. Now, we just need to find a way to prepare them. You wouldn't happen to know a man named Bhaskaran, would you? Some comrade of mine told me about him once. He said they said he never turns away folk in need, no matter where they're from. Seeing that he's run a cavern, I know him really well. He's like to have the tools to make the medicine. I'd be grateful if you could take the horns over to him and have them ground down. When that's done, bring the powder back and give it to Farmand here. Godspeed. Alright, Bhaskaran. I haven't seen him in a while, hasn't? Alright. And speaking of all of the negotiations, if you're desperate for a car, they'll carve out every possible thing from you. They'll carve meat off your bones if that's what they have to do. So, buy a car when you don't need one. Whenever you think, okay, maybe sometime in the future, like a year or 2 years down the line, you may need a new car. You may need to start thinking now, right now. Go there, look at cars, see what they have, negotiate. Because that is when you actually have the power. Because you can just walk out. You're going to say, okay, I want $20,000 off the MSRP, or I just walk out of here. But if you need the car for work next week, you're screwed. You don't get to say, oh, I'll just walk out. So they'll squeeze every cent from you if possible. So buyer car, we don't need one. That's when you have the negotiating powers. And that's when it's the best time to buy a car. Okay, alright, where's Bhaskaran? There he is. Hey yo, buddy, how you doing? Ah, Verona, I've heard sight for sore eyes. How fair the adventuring, rolling in coins like there was no tomorrow, no doubt. Huh? You got something to show me? Have you seen these horns? Well, these look like good old antelope horns. Need them ground down to make medicine, you say? Here's a better idea. I gave you some of the stuff I have in my store. I am no stranger to remedies. An Alamigan friend once used it to treat my festering wounds years and years ago. Safe to say, he saved my life. What's that? This is for an Alamigan soldier in Coromil? Heh, so it comes full circle. Well, I hope they help the poor sod as needs it. Oh, and don't worry your little head off about payment. I still owe you a deal more than you owe me, I reckon. Oh, you know what? He's a good guy. He's a good guy. I like you, Baskin. You're good. You're a good man. Alright, let's head back with the medicine. Right, and again, because you don't need a car right now, right there, you have the power to just walk out. Right, and try again later, go to another dealership, do whatever. And the thing is, right, once you have negotiated all of that stuff, oh god, there's like 3 of them. I don't want to deal with them. Once you have negotiated, once say like you've decided to buy a car, you've got the car, you got all that good stuff, make sure you take care of the car. You know, I think that's something people leave out a lot. Simple things like oil changes. Simple things like cleaning out the trash in the car, right? Or opening up the hood to just check the fluid levels. Simple things like that. Nothing too crazy. And if you can do it, I've been changing my own oil recently. I've changed it twice now, and I'm getting pretty good at it. And sure, there's like a little bit of an upfront investment to get some ramps and stuff for the cars to get on, but the oils are so much cheaper. I pay like $30 or $40 for 5 quarts of oil, and that's all I need for the car, instead of $300 for an oil change at a Toyota dealership. Can you imagine? $300 for an oil change for that 0W8 oil, which is insane. It is well to see you return. Have you the medicine for a brother? There you go. I got it. I got you, dude. God bless you, adventurer. I'll see that Gideon received treatment at once. Hopefully, this will allow the captain to rest easier. It has been a terrible burden on him, trying to keep every mind alive. You've done us a great kindness, friend. What do I have? Oh, goatskin gloves. Let's do it. Hey, Mayfred, you can chill out now. Adventurer! Gideon has gone missing. He is nowhere to be found. He shouldn't be walking about, not with those wounds. If he doesn't get the proper medicine and rest, his condition likely to deteriorate where it was before, or worse. We need you to find us help. Dude, you can't even keep track of somebody who's sick? What the hell, dude? Start by asking Albreda. He might be, as the woman seen something. Why do you always want to start with him? Do you have something against her? What's going on? Have you seen a random dude walking around? Finally! It's about time you came by asking about Gideon. I watched him leave Coromil some time ago, and he left me this sealed letter before he went off. Made me swear not to open it until someone came asking. My brothers, I cannot bear to be a burden any longer. This is why I must leave you all. Do not worry for me. I'll just find your way safely to little Alamigo. Blast me. Would that I'd known what he was thinking, I'd have stopped this folly myself. I love Gideon Bears, for his brothers is so strong, he's willing to sacrifice himself for it. But make no mistake, entering the wood is his weakened stake is suicide. I think that's exactly what he wanted to do, dude. That's what he wanted to do. Alright, he's gonna ask me to find him. Oh, Jesus. Oh, you know what? The low. The fool. Great big sentimental fool. My men and I will scour the wood for Gideon. Please help us find him before something terrible happens. Oh, my goodness. What a mess, dude. What a mess. Alright, let's go find random dude walking around in the woods. Why not? What else are you supposed to do, huh? Wait, what is this? Oh, there's some, like, duty or something, right? Right. Yeah, so take care of your car, do simple maintenance, and I think a little bit of maintenance goes a long way, especially if you've got a car that's pretty reliable. If you can change the oil very often. And I was watching this video of this mechanic, the car nut, I think that's what he's called. And he was saying changing the oil every 6 months. And was Scott Kilmer, I think. He said, oil is cheap, engines are expensive, so change your oil. What a goblin? Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, if you can pay, like, when it's on sale, 40 bucks for 5 quarts, and you change it yourself in, like, an afternoon, it doesn't even take that long, maybe, like, 2 hours. And with the spent oil, you can just drop it off at your local home goods store or car mechanic or some sort of big box store that sells or that has car service, and they are obligated to take it back. And they get paid for it too, so don't even feel bad about it. Alright, what do you... Oh, dude. Killian! Is he drunk or something? Captain, but why? You should all be on your way. Who do you take us for? We're Alamegans. Alamegans never forsake each other. Hardship be damned. Remember the oath we swore? God damn it. The oath that we took to reclaim our homeland? We'll set foot on Alamegan soil again. Together. Or not at all. Do you understand me? Yes, sir. Good. Let's return to our brothers. Oh, and don't even think you get off lightly. As soon as you heal, I give you such a thorough thrashing that you wish we didn't find you. I can't thank you enough for saving Galleon. I will see you back at Quarry Mill. Alright. Cool. So again, yeah, maintenance, basic maintenance, really. If you can just do oil change, check your fluid levels, and go do your maintenance every couple months, every year, or something like that at the dealership. It's gonna cost you a couple $100, but it's better than having a blown up car. That's for sure. I'm telling you. So maintenance cheap, buying a new car expensive, right? And if you're buying a used car, make sure you get it inspected. Galleon is expected to make full recovery. We'll linger here till he's strong enough to take the road again. As much as I mislike this place, beggars can be choosers. That's true. Alright, grab the shoes. Seems pretty good. Alright, Mifra, what else? I wish to repay your kindness? Yes. Now that things are relatively settled, I seem to recall that you wanted something of me. You've proven a true friend to my people. Ask me of anything and it's yours, as long as it's mine to give. The cooperation of people of Little Alamigo? That's all? Far be it from me to question your desire. Of course, very well. I will provide you with a letter to show to Gondabold. The old bear was my mentor when I first joined the resistance. He's intimidating to those who don't know him, but he takes care of his own. I have no doubt that he will do all in his power to aid you. Okay, that's pretty good. A very fruitful endeavor. I love the rain. Alright, let's go see Gondabold. 420. Expensive. Alright. So you maintain your car, make sure you know how to negotiate, get a checklist of all the things that you need for the car, and don't let them upsell you too much. Okay, cool. Let's go talk to Gondabold. Where is he? He's this way. And the other thing is cars. Cars are not investments. Cars are expendable goods. It's like buying a printer. You don't buy a printer and thinking in 5 years' time you can sell the printer and make money from it. Don't. The same thing for cars. You're buying a car, the moment you drive it off the lot, it's lost some value. Why have you returned? You're not welcome here. I thought I made that clear. Have a letter, bitch. you spoke with Mifrid? It has been so long since I last heard from him. I have feared him dead. 'Twill be praised. Whoever you are, Mifrid sees you as a friend, and any friend of Mifrid is a friend of mine. I know this masked stranger you seek, and will tell you what I can. That's nice of him. Sweet, what level am I? 35? I can get another job. Sweet. Gondabold, tell me about the stranger. An outsider resembling or masked stranger has been reported appearing near Little Amigo as of late. What's more, it seems that some of our young blood are meeting him in secret. Is that so? No doubt you'll want to question them about their trysts, but they're not like to yield the information readily to an outsider. If you tell them I sent you, though, they may well feel obliged to talk. Very well. What is happening here? Why are they talking to the masked people? A mask, man? No idea what you're talking about. In the 9th round, leave me be. Gandabo sent you? Listen. I told them it was a bad idea, okay? All that tribe about believing in the masked man and all that. You don't know anything about this? Or why didn't you say so to start with? You can't throw the old bear's name around like that and expect me not to think I'm in for it. Okay, start off easy and then go talk about Gundabo, right? Okay. But yeah, cars are not investments. Unless you're buying some like $20 million Ferraris that you plan on selling in 10 years, where it's probably gonna be worth a little bit more, but most of us aren't buying cars like that, so don't even think of that. Just buy a car that's good for the purpose and don't overspend on it. And once you got rich, then you can buy a nicer car. What? Have I been seeing a masked man? No, obviously not. No, I can't say I have. I'll be sure to tell all my friends you're looking for him. This guy. Alright, tailbot. There's a bunch of skulking around suspicious like. But I've got nothing to do with them. I don't trouble when seeing trouble, mark my words. Okay, nobody says anything. God damn it. Alright, you guys are not very helpful. And the other thing I think is that people really put a lot of effort into buying a car that shows off who they are. And people are like, oh, I only drive Mercedes. I have a friend of a friend who's like that. Or people like, oh, I only drive cars that are worth $150,000 or more, while they're making like $3,000 a month. Like, where does all that pride come from? Come on, man. Disconnect your self-image from the car. The car is just a tool. Why are you putting so much effort in it? Just try to disconnect yourself from it. And I understand. Car is a symbol of freedom, of your success and all that, but try to think of it just as a tool. You wouldn't say, oh, I only buy $10,000 hammers, right? You wouldn't say, oh, I only buy $200 screwdrivers. You wouldn't say that. They're just a tool like anything else. So, you have indeed confirmed my suspicions about a masked man. That is most troubling. Whatever the young ones are seeming, they can lead to no good end. There's anger inside them. I can see it in their eyes. I ought to know, for it once burned within me as well. 2 decades ago, the same anger drove me and my brother to rise against the despot who ruled Alamiga. Not what I would do, but to dispose him and usher in revolution. Well, we got our revolution all right, but it cost us for our freedom. Blinded by our hate, we didn't realize that we had been dancing to the Empire's tune. By the time we did, it was too late. Alamigo had fallen. There are times when a man must be patient. Now is such a time, though the young ones know this not unless we intervene. They are like to commit great folly. If you learn aught of their plans, I will thank you for bringing word to me. Okay. What are these ones? I think we'll grab the HP ones. It seems more useful. Secret message. Hey, adventurer, you done talking to the old bear? I got a message for you from Well-read. Lad's something of a leader among the young ones here. He's impressed that you went over Gundabo and wants a word with you. Says he'll be waiting over at Craggy area north of here. Okay, Craggy area. Very interesting. Where is said Craggy area? Okay. I'll just go over there. So yeah, disconnect this again. I realize it's a lot easier said than done, but it is something that's worth thinking about, because honestly, the money you save could have been put to much better use. If you spend a couple $100,000 paying back, like if you buy $100,000 car and it takes you like another 8 years to pay back, you'll probably doubled up on the payment that you made to the car. So the $100,000 car actually costs you $200,000 in by the time you pay it off, and negative equity and all that good stuff, or bad stuff, I guess. We won't get into detail, but if you do want to talk a little bit more about that, feel free to leave me a message. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that, but there's plenty of YouTube videos talking about that. I think it's just really important to make sure that you do not put any of your self-image or self-worth or anything like that into a car. It's just bad. It's like you wouldn't put your self-worth or self-image into a washing machine, right? You wouldn't say, oh, look, I have the best washing machine. I only use Miele appliances. You wouldn't say that. You would just say, okay, I got an appliance that works, that does what I needed to do, and it's the one I can afford, and that's what I get, right? Same thing with a car. If that's the one you can afford, that's one you should be getting, and not like, oh, I only drive Mercedes. Oh, I only buy Dodge Chargers with 800 plus horsepower. I mean, I can only drive cars with 800 plus horsepower. Where does that even come from? How does that even work? I think with cars, again, I understand the envy, dude. I did not have a car while my friends had one. All of my friends had cars. And I was like, oh man, I wish I had a car. Thanks for coming, friend. 'Tis no ordinary officer who can gain the trust of the old bear. That's why I wanted to meet you to discuss something in private. Tell me, why are you snooping about? Did the Empire send you, or someone else? Koryo got your ton, huh? No matter. Whoever it is that you work for, your meddling ends here. Get her! Ah! You suck, dude. Do we really have to fight? I don't want to fight you guys, dude. Don't you guys have better things to do? Read a book. Or, I don't know. Make some food. Wash your dishes. Go learn another language. Go, I don't know. Do some community service. You know? Why are you doing this? Wolfram, what is wrong? You're stronger than you look. This changes nothing. Threaten us, beat us bloody all you like, but nothing short of death can make us give up our fight. We're going to obtain the power to bring down the Empire, and with it, we'll reclaim our homeland. Bitch, did you... The hell you got? You just run away? Like a little bitch? Come on, dude. I thought he was gonna be like standing there. Who is this? Oh, there's somebody else. Okay, cool. Another player. Another player. Yeah. I remember when I was buying the QX60, yeah. I was talking to the guy on the phone, like, dude, you guys promised, we signed the thing, and they're like, yeah, but whatever, you know, it is what it is, what can you do? And they even told me when the interest rate changes, we're gonna keep the lower rate. And I'm like, dude, you guys can't change like that. I think what they're betting on is just because they think I want the car and I'll be willing to put up with that shit. And granted, even if I don't, somebody else will. I think that's around 2022 when cars were selling like hotcakes and everybody had to wait, and it wasn't too hard for a dealership to sell a car, so they don't really care if I walked away. There's just somebody else will pick it up. But I feel like that's the time to make a bad financial decision, you know? If you rush into it, making a decision like that, the second largest purchase in your life that you're going to make, don't get rushed into it. Don't get forced into it. Attacked by Wilfred and his cronies? What they go to such length for the sake of their plans of theirs. Left to their own devices, the young fools are like to harm others, if not themselves. We must uncover their agenda and put an end to this madness. All right. Okay. Oh, this is a nice magic defense, but I don't think. Yeah. Velveteen shirt. You know what? We'll just take the money. Alright, you know what? I think this is a good point to stop. I've talked all about cars. Let me know, how's your experience buying cars, and what are your philosophies in spending money on cars, and how much have you spent on the cars, and what car do you have? I know if you're like a car enthusiast, then it's kind of different. But I think just for most people, or for most commuting cars, these are good rules to follow by. At least that's the rule I follow. And plus, when I picked a car, I was like, okay, this is a Toyota. It's a hybrid. It's going to last a long time, and it's going to hold its value fairly well. As long as I maintain it, I can drive this for at least 10 years. And I take care of it. You know, it drives like new all the time. I clean it, wash it, and change oil and all that stuff. So it's really important to, again, just to summarize, right? Maintain your car. Much cheaper to buy oil than it is to buy a new car. And salespeople are not your friends. When you negotiate with them, make sure you have a list of all the things that you want and read through all of the stuff that they give you. And also, if you can, buy cash. I guess that's the rule. You say, okay, I save up for the car instead of paying every month for it, just so you don't overspend. And when you negotiate prices, make sure you negotiate out of the door price, not monthly payment. All right, good luck in buying your car, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.